Hello, it's Katie Davis, and I'm here to share with you some books that I think are absolute must-haves at home for your family. And the first one that I want to start with is the Usborne Illustrated Bible Stories. So this is one of our combined volumes, which basically means you're getting a lot of stories in one book. And so as you start this one, it will show you all the stories in the Bible that you're going to go through. So you're going to start in the Old Testament, and you're going to go through stories about Adam and Eve and Moses, Noah, Jonah and the whale, just kind of all the different really popular, well-known stories that most children learn in Sunday school. And as you get past the Old Testament, there's going to be a map of the Old Testament lands where your children can see where the stories took place. And then my favorite part is there's also a who's who, so they can read through each different Bible character and find out a little bit more about them. And after you leave the Old Testament, you of course go into the New Testament and start learning about Jesus and parables, the disciples, all those different stories. And then again at the end, you have the map of New Testament lands and the who's who in the New Testament. So this is a really great one to have for your family to read together, or for your older children to just read by themselves. Another great picture book that we have that is a kind of a must-have in every home is called Animaly. And this book is really sweet to read with your toddlers, preschoolers, younger elementary. It's a great bedtime story. So it goes, I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. I love you powerfully like an ox. And it goes through all the different ways that you love your child, kind of related to animals. And then when you get to the very end of the book, it's I love you birdily, buggily, animally. I love you so, for you're my family. So just a really sweet picture book to read with your children. Another fun picture book is called I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. And this one is really neat because all of the brown you see on the illustrations is actual dirt that the illustrator used to make her illustrations come to life. So this one goes, I am a dirty dinosaur with a dirty snout. I never wipe it clean. I just sniff and snuff about. Sniff, sniff, snuff, snuff, sniff and snuff about. So I know you can probably already imagine your children walking around your house acting this one out and sniffing and snuffing all over the place. But it's just a really sweet little story about this dirty dinosaur kind of on his journey to get clean. So that's I'm a Dirty Dinosaur. We also have Dan the Taxi Man, which is a great rhyming story, and it's also a great one if you're a music lover and you want your kids to learn about musical instruments. So it starts off with, here's Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man, going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can with Dan, beep, beep, the taxi man. Stop! Here comes Maureen with her tambourine. Shake a shake, crash, shake a shake, crash. So as you go through, Dan and Maureen continue stopping, and they continue picking up different members of the band until the end when they actually get to the show. So it's a really fun rhyming story to read with your children. And then some of the other ones we have are our fairy tale stories. So this is Jack and the Beanstalk, and this one has a really nice plush, thick hardcover, so it's really durable. And this has beautiful illustrations of the classic story of Jack and the Beanstalk. So your kids are going to love this as they get to the parts with the giants, and they're saying fee, fi, fo, fum. And they go through and they're learning just the old classic kind of fairy tale stories. So that is Jack and the Beanstalk. And if you are just one of those families who loves classics, fairy tales, just really well-known folk stories and things like that, I highly suggest that you get our picture book gift set. So this set comes with, I think it's around 20 stories. And so when they all come out of here, you will see that this box is filled with a ton of books. You will have fairy tales like Goldilocks, Little Red Riding Hood. You will go into stories like The Wizard of Oz, Wind in the Willows, classics like Heidi, Alice in Wonderland. So just really great classic stories to add to your library. And this is a really great way to do it by getting this set. Instead of having to buy each of these books individually, you can get all of them just for one price and have a whole collection of different stories to have. So this is a really great one to add to your family library. And that is it for my must-haves right now. If you are looking for something else, let me know and I will help and make recommendations on what may be great for your family to get for your collection at home.